Hello everyone, today I have Dr. Gunjan Gupta who is the founder, medical director, Gunjan IVF World, and Dr. Garima Sharma, gynecologist, IVF consultant, and unit head, Gunjan IVF Delhi. And we are gathered here on the sidelines of the ET Health World Fertility Conclave 2023. So to set the ball rolling, ma'am, the question is for you. Could you comment on the pressing need for quality IVF services?
Yeah, actually that's a very important question. Reason being, healthcare in India has generally been a bit of a disorganized sector, but especially in ART with the regulations coming in. So it is going to be a more regulated sector as far as the ethical issues are concerned, the consent is concerned, and this will go a long way also in improving the quality of health services. Besides that, there is a pressing need. Actually, I would say in India generally we are doing pretty well as far as healthcare is concerned. If we compare to rest of the world, you know, our population is 1.4 billion, which gives us an opportunity in a way because we are exposed to so many patients, so automatically the experience becomes much better. The quality of services have improved and changed paradigm. If I talk about some years ago to today, we have all the advanced equipments. Like we at Gunjan IVF World, you ask about IVF, and we have all the equipment required under one roof. And this is why the quality of healthcare per se in India has really improved a big way.
Ma'am, and talking about experience, could you also share some insights on your IVF journey?
Well, my IVF journey started in 2016, but before that I will like to share a little about my journey before that. Actually, I started, I qualified from prestigious King George's Medical College, Lucknow. I did my postgrad training, and after that, I won the Overseas Doctors scheme of the Royal College London, which took me to UK. And my further specialization into endoscopy, IVF, and in this Urogyne has been from France and Germany. But actually I wanted to come back to my country and do work in my own society. And as in your previous question also you asked about the quality, so I wanted to improve the quality significantly in healthcare. So that is when I came back in 2008, started doing. But you know, India is a country where urge to have a child is very great, and the respect of a woman is hugely centered around that. So that is when one of the patients only sort of, she pressed me against ki ma'am, do something. Matlab, her sad story was so pressing that it led to the inception of Gunjan IVF World in 2016, and that is when I started along with my co-founders, my husband Dr. Pradyut Govil, who is the CEO and a neurosurgeon otherwise by profession, and my co-brother Mr. Gaurav Singhai, who is otherwise professionally a software engineer. But now, because that as a team, what brings to our company is that we have medical background and also the IT and the software. So we are like technology with medicine together, the center.
Ma'am, and since you have seen the world and you wanted to come back to India and serve the nation, could you share any story that is very close to your heart?
Well, there are a lot of stories, but I'll tell you about this story which is coming right at the top of my mind right now. This is about a couple. This couple was from Bihar and they were jamidars. So and this person was working, and they were as a couple, they were staying in Noida. They came to me, and when she came to me, they have been like trying for a baby for last 8 years. And she was from this gaon and from a jamidar family, so the pressing need of a child was too much for them. And that girl literally came crying to me, and uski jab wo aayi thi, already uski 2 baar laparoscopy ho chuki thi for severe endometriosis. The tubes were damaged and one of the tubes had been removed, and the husband's sperm count was average, not bad I would say, but it was average. But main issue was the female suffering from severe endometriosis, which led to a total I would say disruption of the whole pelvis. So when they came to me, उसके ना self eggs भी बहुत कम थे. Anyway, we said we'll give our best and we'll try, and we stimulated and started her IVF. So we could only manage to get 4 eggs out of it. And then when we did her transfer, it was like a wow moment for us, because she conceived, and it was a twin conception. But I generally take care of my IVF patients as well as a further journey, and then the journey started. She was very happy. She came to me with all sweets, mithai ke dabba, ye wo, ma'am achieve. But still it's a long journey, you have to wait and see. But she was like, nahi ma'am, ab to sab kuch ho gaya, ab mujhe na koi kuch nahi keh sakta. She felt like she was the queen back again. And things were going fine, and suddenly around 20 weeks of pregnancy, her water broke. And it was like such a, I would say, a moment of such a concern for me, and for her it was like the world has come to an end. I tell you, Prabhat, मैं बता नहीं सकती, she came, she came crying, all tears, and she had a basket, उसमें उसने लड्डू गोपाल रखे हुए थे, and वो लड्डू गोपाल लाके उसने मेरे टेबल पे रख दिया. मैंने कहा, what are you doing? मतलब बेटा आप आराम से settle yourself down, just relax. She said, नहीं मैडम, ये बच्चा मेरा नहीं जा सकते, मुझे दोनों चाहिए. At 5th month, एक भी सोचना मुश्किल है, दोनों क्या बोलूँ मैं कहा, just relax. First I eased her out, and सबकी honestly back of the mind, even I didn't have the confidence कि ये 5वें महीने से हम 9वें महीने तक, how is it possible? और इस समय 20 weeks पे कोई viability नहीं होती है. Anyway, we started her, put her on conservative. तो उसमें क्या हुआ था, we did scan, तो एक बेबी का water break कर गया था, the दूसरा twin was continuing. Anyway, we kept her on conservative treatment, दवाइयों पे and everything, whatever could be done, and we kept on monitoring. शुरू में admitted रखा for 2 weeks. Then I actually discharged her because वो कब तक घर hospital में रहती, and that creates a mental trauma. And regular follow up, 1 week हर हफ्ते हम scan करते थे, 10 दिन बाद scan करते थे. And वो और एक बेबी, and every time ना हर मीटिंग में मैं उसको काउंसलिंग करती थी, बोलती देखो I cannot promise we are continuing, आगे क्या होगा ना मैं नहीं कह सकती, and you have to be prepared, because even I was worried कि कुछ हो गया तो कहीं ये mental trauma में ना चले जाए. She was like nothing would register, she would listen, both the couple they would register. उसके बाद बस हाथ जोड़ के, मैडम हमें कुछ नहीं पता, हमें दोनों बच्चे चाहिए. एंड मैं बता रही हूँ, अंदर से ना दिल ऐसे हो जाता, दोनों यहाँ एक का ठिकाना नहीं है टाइप्स. देन एनीवे केप्ट ऑन कंटिन्यूइंग. ये से मतलब 5th month से 6th month स्टार्ट हुआ, 6th month से वी रीच 27-28 वीक्स. आई हीव्ड अ साई ऑफ रिलीफ, क्योंकि जब 20 वीक्स था, मैंने कहा अगर 28 वीक्स हो जाएगा ना तो वी स्टिल हैव अ चांस टू सेव द बेबी. स्टिल उस एक जो सेकंड बेबी था जिसका वाटर, वो ना छोटी सी जगह में थी, उसमें थोड़ा सा मतलब लाइकर था. मुझे ये डर था कि बच्चे के पैर ना मुड़ जाए, हाथ ना मुड़ जाए, मतलब कॉन्ट्रैक्चर चिपक जाएगा ना, बच्चे के पास स्पेस ही नहीं है मुंह करने. वी केप्ट ऑन स्कैनिंग, थिंग्स कंटिन्यूड, एंड शी एक्चुअली, वुड यू बिलीव, शी कंटिन्यूड टिल 33 weeks of pregnancy. We gave her all the preemptive injections required, जिससे ब्रेन का डेवलपमेंट हो जाए, लंग्स की मेच्योरिटी हो जाए. एंड 33 weeks plus पे her water had a frank break again, and we delivered both the babies by cesarean section, and it was such a wow moment because दोनों बच्चे ठीक थे, and even I couldn't believe that we tried, but God was so kind to them. और उसके बाद वो फिर मतलब वो ना दिन नहीं भूलता है जब उसने वो लड्डू गोपाल की टोकरी जो मेरे टेबल पे रखी थी. तो दिस इज अ स्टोरी विच इज वेरी वेरी क्लोज टू माई हार्ट, एंड एक्चुअली वो दोनों बच्चे आर डूइंग वेल. दे आर ऑलमोस्ट 8 to 9 months now, and she keeps on sending me the photographs of the babies, and they're very happy. They went home, वहाँ पे पूरा शान और शौकत के साथ उन्होंने पूरा सेलिब्रेशन किया था इन दोनों बच्चों का. इट वॉज अ बेबी बॉय एंड अ बेबी गर्ल. तो मैंने कहा बस अब तुम्हारे लिए तो भगवान ने सुन लिया, आगे डोंट थिंक एनीथिंग एल्स.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing this heart-touching story of yours. And moving on to Dr. Sharma. Dr. Sharma, how do you view IVF's impact on society?
See, I feel that IVF should be available to everyone. Even in the economically deprived sector, there is need of IVF. There's so much social stigma among this sector. Because everyone require a baby. So joy of parenthood should be available to everyone. IVF per se, because of the financial, sometimes couples are not able to afford it. But we at Gunjan IVF World, we try to make affordable treatment for everyone. And even for economically deprived sector, we try doing some schemes in which uh, they can also have this joy of parenthood. Uh, we have a couple who was she was a tailor. She was very from a very economically deprived sector, and she had a very bad history. She had 5 miscarriages, and then she had an ectopic pregnancy. Both her fallopian tubes were removed. She came to me with us with some amount of money, and she was like that, I want a baby, can you help me? So we took her on in the scheme of helping the financially deprived sector, and we did her in IVF in very economical rates. And then finally she was able to bear a baby, and it was challenging for us also because she had many complications. She had jaundice, so we were not able to do her this IVF procedure as we do generally. So we did changes in our protocol. We did changes in her embryo transfer protocol. And when she conceived, then also she had bleeding throughout her first trimester. So it was a challenging pregnancy for us also, but we were able to give her the joy. And we also try to conduct some camps, and we do go to the economically deprived sectors, so that this IVF, this joy of parenthood, could be available to everyone. So each sector should have this financial should this facility should be available to everyone. So as a society, in the society, I want that more of people should come forward, so that even in the economically deprived sector, this could be available.
Ma'am, you're saying that it should be available to all sections of society.
Yeah.
Could you like add on to it? How could this IVF treatment be made available to all sections of society? I think this is a challenge that everyone is facing. So how do we move ahead and address this?
See, it is basically the government should also come forward to it. There should be more schemes, means like at present the IVF is more private dominated industry. So it should be available to more government hospitals should also be available. The training should be more specialized accordingly. And even the private, because at present there is no insurance which cater to this need of fertility treatment. So more of these insurance companies should come, so that people can avail this facility. And if the government can aid to, if they are not opening centers in the government sector, they could aid the private clinic, so that we can do more of such treatment in the couples who cannot afford it.
Yeah, maybe it can be something like what we call as a public-private partnership. Yeah, so that we can help, because I know with a country of 1.4 billion, we always think about that we are overpopulated, but actually the couple who doesn't have a child, that needs a child, as I always feel, for a woman, especially for a woman, it becomes very important, because her respect, in fact, in our society, the respect of a woman centers around that.
the baby.
Though infertility is there in both, like the man and the
but
woman is
stigma
equal,
with the woman.
but the stigma is with the woman. So we have to help them out. It's a reason for breaking marriages. And the story I was telling you about, literally उस लड़की ने रो के बोला था, मैडम ये तो मेरी शादी टूट जाएगी, नहीं भी टूटे तो कोई और लेडी को ये ले आएंगे. मतलब it was not the husband who was like saying this, it was the family who was like saying.
Basically, the society
Creates so much pressure around the lady.
Moving ahead, how do you view the art act, Dr. Sharma?
See, the art at present is the need of the hour, because at present the IVF was very unregulated. There was so much mushrooming of IVF centers, but few centers didn't have professionals, the actual qualified professionals who would be doing that. Even they don't have the basic equipments or facilities where the IVF could be done. So So this is a welcome step from our perspective, because we as a Gunjan IVF World is always been very transparent. So the new law creates transparency, and it regulates all the clinics. So they require minimum qualification, they require minimum equipments that should be there, and the facility should have the minimum requirements which an IVF center should have. And also it makes everything organized. It is making a registry. So the donor programs and the surrogacy programs that were going on, they would become more organized and regulated. So from our perspective, it is a very welcome step.
Yeah, actually the regulation is good. Actually, it brings about organization in the sector, and if it took at the long run, maybe it will make people more open to medical tourism and other things. Only thing is that at some places it goes very harsh.
Yes.
So it needs a bit of amendments and tweaking, but otherwise the ART Act is a welcome step taken by the government.
there are few loopholes, and they should be addressed.
They should be addressed
So I
too.
think in the coming amendments in the next few years, they could go ahead and
the law needs modification.
And they should involve us infertility specialists also.
Exactly. The infertility specialist should become a part of it, so that they can guide the
we can
government.
give our perspectives, improve it better.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Sharma.
Thank you so much.
And enjoy the awards in the evening. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks to ET now for inviting us.
Thank
for
you
this.
so much.